I am far right. I am white. Apparently my skin color should make me feel ashamed. Because for all evils in the world, my race is the only one to blame. The roots of injustices, past, present and all those to come, evidently should be attributed to the makeup of my genome. I am proud of my roots, my country, culture and history. But they say this feeling is despicable and discriminatory. The self-affirmation of one identity is only tolerated to those who are part of an honored community. I am uncomfortable when I see all those foreign flags flying on my streets. And this man arrested early hours in his house guilty of posting a tweet. They manifest their freedom apparently, while he is accused of bigotry, fearing the day when from his culture will only be left a distant memory. I am thankful I was born in a great and such prosperous country. And can't blame boats full of dreams for wanting to come here. But still remain among masses inequality and scarcity. Affluent virtuous souls only add poverty on top of poverty. I am revolted that we leave our people freezing dying in the street. That we open our borders while we shut our eyes on the native paucity. We abandon those who, for generations, strive to make a living, while treating those just arrived yesterday with proper decency. I am baffled by those anti-capitalists who support human exploitation. The importation of immigrant slaves under the guise of compassion. Being called racist when I wish them a fulfilling life in their country. Rather than working hours delivering food receiving half a salary. I am told that the Great Replacement is a conspiracy theory. And that nothing has changed since I was a kid in this country. Yet, in the neighborhood fewer and fewer people look like me. And they increasingly speak a language that is foreign to my ears. I am worried about a religion that gradually imposes its rules and dogma. And the resurgence of a century-old war justified by a holy vendetta. I should put a veil on the atrocities committed legitimated by a fatwa. And renounce my values by fear of being accused of xenophobia. I am not surprised by the violence that each year grows exponentially. They imported barbarism from overseas and expected all to go pacifically. Now they are panicking as the Europeans emerge from their docility, blaming the masses for the chaos created and the disintegration of our safety. I am shocked and disgusted by the murder of this little blonde teenager, killed and dismembered on her way back home by an illegal foreigner. How can we still protect the one we love and be assured of their well-being, when life depends on the application of an obligation to leave the territory? I am saddened when I think about those who fought for this country, and what we have done with the freedom their sacrifice provided. Day after day, their memories is desecrated by ungrateful narcissists, who willingly try to make us believe in patriot equal fascist. I am enraged we allow thugs rioting and that anti-racism means toppling our history. That the action of one justify the guilt by association based on the color of the skin. Should I in return explain criminality solely by virtue of those epidermis ideologies? Revert to segregation, and in time only offer as solution the suitcase or the coffin. I am fearful of those ideologies justifying violence towards nonconformist. Brutality is permitted to muzzle the designed scapegoat deemed supremacist. The wrong thought, the wrong speech would condone outright bestiality. And yet, according to them, we are the one who came out of humanity. I am bothered that your pride boils down to dancing naked on the street. And your freedom mostly materialized by the public exhibition of your kinks. I don't shame same-sex loving, but do I deserve to be called homophobic for wanting explicit sexual behaviors to remain private under the sheets? I am puzzled by an ideology that denies basic biology and tells me I just need to identify in order to be. What is a woman should not be so hard to explain, and more than just based on the fear to offend. I am outraged about this society glorifying deviancy. Drag queens at school and the hyper-sexualization of kids. Am I the bad guy for wanting as long as possible children to be sheltered and protected from adult content unconditionally? I am nervous when adult male crossdresser are using female lavatory. I have nothing against them as individuals, but please understand me. My little girl is my world, she is a miracle, she is the only one for me. The only thoughts that run through my mind are concerns for her safety. I am silenced by the intellectual elite, the new Puritan. For voicing opinions that justify branding me as the villain. Cancelled for the wrong words, expressing the wrong idea. Punished for refusing to blindly swallow their propaganda. I am a number, at best a voter when they need me. I am forgotten, apparently condemned to disappear. As I am not fitting into the category of those deemed oppressed. Therefore, I should just work, pay my taxes and keep quiet. I am hopeful that soon people in the West will wake up and rise. That we will experience a change of paradigm and refuse to compromise. We have been too far in the self-hatred of our values, our flag, our land. It is time to be proud again of what ancestors built and passed into our hands. I am a father, a mother, a son, or a daughter. I am an uncle, an aunt, a grandfather, or a grandmother. I am this dad who wakes up early as he needs to work for his family. And this party animal who goes to bed whereas the sun is rising. I am this sick man who regrets not having enjoyed life more. And this lazy teenager spending his days glued on his iPhone. I am the tears of a father who sees his first son born before him. And the nostalgia of an elder who thinks back to a distant century. Diploma in hand, I see the joy in my parents' eyes. Ball at my feet, I dream of being my country's pride. I am this girl in love who has been waiting for his phone call anxiously. And this hugs from the stranger who shares my bed this evening. I am this pious woman who prays for her husband every day at night. And the one who relentlessly dances and laughs as if the end is nigh. I live comfortably employed in the finance but exhausted by stress. And I am nothing in life, depressed, everything seems to be pointless. I am the noisy clamor of an entire stadium singing an anthem. And silent words written on a paper forming a poem. I am a random act of kindness. A fight between friends. The smiles of a wedding. The tears of a relationship end. A vintage wine too pricey. One glass too many. A birthday celebration. A meditation at the cemetery. The forgotten countryside. The lights of the big cities. The discreet neighbor. And the one whose music bothers me. I am a brother. A sister. A nephew or a niece. But for them I am a bigot. Transphobe. Racist and Nazi. I am all of those slanders and derogatory terms that allow you to dehumanize me. As I will never accept to support your wrongs under the guise of virtue signaling. You can try to demonize me, I know I am right. With outright pride, I admit it. I am far right. Subscribe, like, share, comment for more videos.